G'day you beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. But today, we're doing something real special. We're not doing storyline missions, no. What we're doing is we're playing Bloons Tower, we're playing Theatre Mechanicus. That's right, we're going to be playing some tower defense games here. Now, I was only just made aware that this was in the game, because at first I had heard that there was something, but then I saw on Reddit that there was an event on. And this event had basically tower defense. I did not know how in-depth this was. I thought it was just a one-off, but it's a whole game mode. I had no idea. And so we're going to be playing that. Hello, would you like to play around a Theatre Mechanicus? What is that? Oh, I already know. Do I have to go through the tutorial? Probably. Okay, just for clarification, I've played this already a lot on my main account, but I wanted to record it and just show you guys what my ultimate playthrough is like when it comes to this game mode, because I think I've got it down to a fine art now. It must be pretty expensive. No, not at all. Only cost, oh no, do I have a gel lantern? I hope I do. I think they let you play the first round for free though. I have two, sweet. Now, one thing I also realized was that whilst you're playing this, it doesn't so much matter what you're using, like if they're high level or not. What matters for me is if they're ranged. So I think Amber for one, that's just mostly my bias. Ganyu, and do we have any other ranged? I don't think so. We'll probably just use a Geo. Oh, that's practically this group here, so let's just go with the fourth one. The reason you want ranged is so that way you can apply the effects that you can use then on the enemies that come through. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play this like I used to do with Bloons Tower Defence, is that I'd always start from the back and work my way forward. Or at least I would stay near a turning point, because I'd always have like that little spike trap that shot out in multiple directions. And that's why I guess my bias is a little bit here with the Tidal Flats one. So this one here should do like a little spread out attack. And I think I'll combine that as well with probably some lightning on both sides, because I know that one tower is not going to do all of it. You here, and we're going to put you here. So hopefully that should be enough. I also want to put one up here as well. What I really like about this is that you can still attack them. If you attack them, like let's say I shoot one, it doesn't deal any damage to them, or if it does, it's a minuscule. But what it does do is it applies the effect that character has. So let's say with Amber, shoot fire at someone, they get put on fire. If you shoot with Ganyu, for example, they all get struck with frost. And combine that with water, that's the sort of stuff you get, which is why I really like the idea of having Ganyu in this, because then they stay there and they get attacked again. I love this little mechanic they've got going in it. We can press U to view the stage features. I didn't know that. I think, yeah, the stage keeps going whilst I'm looking at all this. I win! How good is that? Cooldown of stage interactions, I don't really care about that. What I do care about is increasing any sort of attack speed or damage. That's too much, so we'll go with the Hydro Mechanic Guy attack speed. So we combine that. Now that we know that the Hydro does basically the most work, I'm going to add... Oh, I don't have enough points. Let's see if we can put just another Hydro here, and probably another one here when the round starts. I'm so glad I used to spend all that time in class playing Bloons Tower Defence instead of studying. That is the peak of my high school years. And now it's paying off. Yeah, just gotta keep doing this, I suppose, until the effect wears on them. That is so broken. Oh, that's so good. I have noticed one other thing as well, is that these enemies, the towers, they spend a lot of time attacking the enemies even after they're dead. Like, they'll shoot the corpses, I reckon, 2 more times after they've died. I'm guessing it's because the entity still exists in the world, but they haven't removed them from the world entirely until like 5-6 seconds after they're actually dead. So now that we've got Hydro is basically our main go-to, I'm thinking we go with a Hydro Mechanici Elemental Mastery. And I think that will combine that with a Frost that does more damage. Now let's do another Hydro over here. They're never going to make it past this point anyway, so there's no real worry there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add these recovery ones. They're so good. It's already wave 3, so there's no point. But what happens when one of the enemies dies on it, which will happen, I guarantee you, is that you get your points back, or you get more points back. These guys are a pain though, because they run so quick. So there you go. You get more points for having those die on that spot. That is so good. Oh, screw these running dudes though. They are an absolute pain. Oh no. They've already gotten past. Damn it. Oh no. Oh, they're still here. No. Oh yeah, that's the way. I am aware this is on the easiest difficulty. But, you know, this can be applied to most levels as long as there's not 2 exits. Because then you'd have to switch between. And I think that's when you'd start relying on the towers to do more of your work. Beautiful. That's my general strategy for when there's one exit. If you have multiple exits for the enemies, then you've probably got a problem. Alright, now let's go for another round, I reckon. Let's do the same strategy again. Let's go with Tidal Flats. I like how I said at the start that I was going to focus primarily on going from the back forward, but now that I've seen just how broken like the Ganyu and the water tower is, I may as well just stick with it. Good work. You can easily do this with someone like Kaya as well. Don't think that you have to have Ganyu to do this. It's just easier because her second addition to her bow ability is just so ridiculously good. If you want everyone within like a 5-meter radius to have the cryo debuff, that's where you'd want to have someone like Ganyu because Jesus, it's just so good. It's a good thing as well that cryo goes well with both the water tower and the lightning tower. And look at how many points we've got from that. That's crazy. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I think we should focus. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of this one. And we got the rock shields coming up. So, ooh, we might struggle here, maybe. I'm hoping not. Alright, we're gonna go with this one. The Recovery Mechanicus. I feel like that one would work out best. But on top of that, because we've got some really big units coming, I'm thinking we add just 2 Spark Towers. Spark doesn't really help with Geo, like the shields, but they still do a fair amount of damage. So just gotta remember, when they come through, my priority is to freeze them, because they are just gonna get through ridiculously fast. I like how they still can reach there, so that range is good. Why is he not getting the debuff? There we go. This is the way. None of these towers have been upgraded either, so they can get even more ridiculous. But effectively, you want your towers to be able to work without you at one point. Because once you get to the later stages, there's going to be too many entrances that you won't be able to cover them yourself. So you're going to have your towers doing at least some of the work for you, right? I think that makes sense, yeah. It's a tower defense game. You're not meant to be doing anything. But I can, and I will. I saw some people that were using Jean as like a catapult, and she would just stand there and then hold her E ability to bring people in and then just fire them off the stage, and then that would be it. Which is pretty clever if you ask me. Oh, I do like the idea of having an additional Mechanicus. But no, attack speed. Attack speed is the way to go. Beyond that, what else could I add? I kind of want to add something just in case they get past. Oh. Nah. They're not going to get past. No way. I might add just some Tidal Flats here, just in case. But I don't feel like they're going to ever get past that. It's probably better to have the lightning ones because the water ones tend to fire off a bit early sometimes. And now we're just going to add some recovery ones just in case they get past, so we can still at least milk them for all their worth. Alright, let's go. It's so easy. Now, against these cryo shield dudes, the cryo probably won't do much. Also, the water won't do much. But if it gets past their shields, which generally they do, then we're right. It's when the shields are in the way that we have a problem. Oh, dude. I could honestly just, if I wanted to, I could just set up an auto clicker and then just keep aiming at that one spot. But I ain't no scum. I'm gonna do this the hard-working way. Hard-working, yep. That's how I define this. Wave 3 or 4. Now what do we want? To be honest, we're using a lot of Hydro for damage. So I'm wondering if we stick with that or not, or if we get more damage for the Electro. I think damage for the Electro. It's not like I can add many more Mechanicus to the stage, so nothing else. I can add one more. If I want to be neat, I'm going to add it back here. Alright,
body, healthy mind.
Let's go. Okay, we might have a problem. Hang on. Let's just try and break down the shields before they get close. Come on. Just as annoying as in the base game. There we go. Nope, not you. Oh, Jesus. Those fire towers do a really good job. But yep, that's how you do that, which was pretty easy, honestly. Well, it's the easiest level, so what can I expect? It does get harder from here. I'm not trying to dissuade you on that. It does get a bit harder, but not that much harder. I'm thinking we keep it going. We're going to try the second difficulty. I'm hoping that they give me something with multiple entrances for the monsters so I can show you how to do that as well. We're relying a lot on the water tower, I think, so let's upgrade it as much as possible. I like the water cannons dealing extra hydro damage. That was a sentence. I've also only got one more lantern left, but I think I can grab a few more. Okay, multiple exits, or multiple entrances. This is sort of what I wanted to show you. At first they come from here, this portal, and then they come from over there. So we want to try and work at a crossroads first. So let's go with here first, and then we're going to add in probably just some average lightning, yeah, and then a recovery mark 1. I reckon that's good. That should be enough for the first wave at least. No, you don't. You're not getting through here. I also would advise you to focus on whenever they're within that circle, because that's when you get them to give you more points. And the more points you have, the more you can spend whilst you're doing the level. I have overanalyzed this game mode, I think. I don't know if it was meant to be played like this. No, of course it was. What am I talking about? They wouldn't have made us have to do all these reactions and stuff if they didn't intend for us to play it like this way. I'm honestly looking forward to them making more events like this one. Just stuff that's you wouldn't think of if you're playing a third-person Breath of the Wild style game. Like, I wouldn't think of doing tower defense. I wouldn't think that's something that they would include. But it's good. I'm really enjoying it. So please make more stuff like this. It'd be wonderful. Now, I'm stuck between these two because Hydro would be perfect for just for damage, and then Electro would be better for that. But I like Electro damage, so I'm gonna stick with that. Yes, I knew there was only 2 seconds left. On that timer, I was rushing myself. I've already made it so lightning does a bit more damage, and you can already see that this portal now exists, and which is going to come in this direction. What I want to focus on then is adding in just a bit more Electro and Hydro. Wait. We've got ice walls, so I think we might need to add in a pyro. I'm thinking we'll add it here. It's probably a bit far away, but if they get through, then we've got that at least.
Alright, bitch, come at me. What? Ow! Ow! Ah, you went down.
That's where you're wrong, bitch.
Oh, no!
So even though they probably should have been able to make it through that, because you're applying the Ganyu, the cryo debuff with either Ganyu or Kaya, it gives you that little advantage. If you were using someone like Kaya, because his cooldown's much longer than say Ganyu's arrow, you're going to have to prioritize who you want to keep frozen and who you can let pass. And that's pretty self-explanatory. So for example, something like a shield wall or an ice shield. Those are the people that you want to keep frozen. But the ones that are just like little heliotrills like this, let them pass. Oh, he made it through. Thank you, tower. Oh no! Ah, thank goodness. Whew. We've got a cryo slime. Those are a pain, okay? We'll add some more pyro towers, I think. What I'll do is I'll move this and make you a pyro, and then I'll make you an electro. And also I'll add just a pyro tower closer, so that way that any cryo slimes can have their shields broken early. That's sort of the priority, because once they have their shields broken, they can take damage from anything else a lot easier. And in case anything gets past, we're going to have probably mirror image and then 2 electro towers. Wait, what? Oh, I've only got 76. For some reason I thought I had more than that. I don't know why I thought that, but no. Those running ones are a pain as well. Another good combination I found is when there's slimes, you throw in an Animo Tower. Animo Towers, once they're later upgraded, they're a lot better because you can use them as a way to keep enemies pushed back. But Animo Towers also allow for elements to be mixed together a lot easier. So let's say there's cryo slimes, you can easily use the cryo from those slimes and have the anime push it onto other enemies so that they can get a cryo debuff, and then you combine that with a hydro debuff and they're frozen. Easy peasy. I've also noticed my pyro towers don't do very much damage. Look at that, 244. Gross. So we got Animo and Ruin Guards. Oh, not the Ruin Guards. Let's add an Electro here, just in case again. And I think what we'll also do is add a recovery here, and remove this and make it a, yeah, I reckon another hydro. And then finally, as a last resort, we have ourselves a cryo one. Some of these towers, they prioritize their targets very weird. Like I found pyro towers attacking stuff that's in front of them, like let's say over here, but then they'll have an enemy just here, not doing anything. Doing pretty well, I think. They don't even need my cryo debuff anymore, I can just sort of sit back. I reckon I could have done the restless, sorry, not restless, the fearless bonus? Drat, oh well. For next time, I can remember I can do it. But yeah, that's my sort of strat to getting this done. And I'm really enjoying this event too, so hopefully I can keep it up. I keep doing it, sorry. Also, just let it be known, I'm pretty sure anyone that's doing this knows, but you really want to be doing this event just to get this, the Crown of Insight, because they come around very rarely from what I've seen, and having them would just be great because then you can focus on, if like let's say you want to max out a hero or a character, then you've got the Crown of Insight to do it. And because like even if you don't plan on upgrading someone like now, because I mean look at me, I'm what, AR 20 something, and I've got no one anywhere near maxed out, but it's worth having them just for when you do get around to it. Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that then for just this episode, because I don't want to go on at the same thing over and over and over again. But if you did enjoy seeing this and you want to see more strategies that I've sort of come up with, they might not even work. They're just stuff that I've used that I found that works for me. But they might not be enjoyable for you, so take that to consideration when you're trying this. But otherwise, I really hope you enjoyed watching these strategies. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a like so that way I can know that I did a good job and you want to see more of it. Hang on, they're all talking and it's just, I can't focus. If you want to see more like this as well, be sure to subscribe and I will be pushing out more videos like this. But otherwise, thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.